Good old packing. It's actually one of those things that I enjoy knowing that I need to do it because it means that I'm about to go on a trip. However, for a very long time, I absolutely hated the actual act of doing it, but not anymore. And that is because I spent actual time learning some different hacks or tricks, if you will, that I'm gonna pass on to you that not only make packing easier and a lot more effective, but it allows you to have more fun on your trip because you kind of stack the deck in your favor at the beginning of the whole process. Also, we're trying to be a little less obvious than like, use packing cubes. Packing cubes are great, love packing cubes. However, there are some other things that you may not have thought of that I think can make the whole experience better. Let's get started. Now, first things first, you can make or break your travel experience if you do not have the right bag. Lucky enough for me, I'm already using the bags from today's video sponsor, Away. Which bag I use is dependent on the type of trip that I'm taking. Obviously, for a shorter trip, a road trip, or anything, I'm going with the Garment duffel. This thing is like a secret weapon, let me show you. Not only does it act like a regular duffel with all kinds of storage inside for clothes, toiletries, whatever, there's also a 15-inch laptop sleeve right here on the top. But what's really cool is that it also lays completely flat, so I can easily pack a suit and a dress shirt without worrying about them getting overly wrinkled. I like that. For longer trips when I need more space, I've got the medium in this very nice cherry red. Hard-sided for lots of protection. I love the bright red color because it's easily identifiable and there's tons of space on the inside. Still plenty of room for everything from the duffel. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you how to fold the suit. Like I said, the right bag can make or break your trip. You don't wanna start off on the wrong foot. Get yourself 10% off at Away. You can click the link in the description. You can scan the QR code. I've got options for you guys. Let's keep going. Don't pack outfits, pack versatile pieces. Understandably, if you're going to a wedding or a work conference or something, you're probably gonna need to pack a specific outfit for said events. However, if you're just going on a normal vacation or traveling, don't worry about packing outfits. I used to always pack outfits and I would bring way too much stuff, and then when I'd get there, my mood would change or the weather would change and I would feel really bad in the outfit that I pre-planned. Instead, I wanna bring versatile pieces. This, probably not a good option. By this point, I've kind of got it down to a formula I usually always enjoy. I bring one pair of jeans, one pair of shorts, one pair of nicer pants, a button-up shirt, a knit polo, couple tees, one nicer pair of shoes, one versatile sneaker, and then I'll also have whatever super cozy clothes I wear on the car ride or the plane. This way, everything works with everything else, and therefore I don't really have to worry about the weather being hotter or cooler than I expected. When every single piece can pull double duty, you need a lot less stuff than you expected. Use your shoes. As I'm sure you know, shoes, especially for bigger people, mine are size 12, take up a substantial amount of space inside your suitcase. And then what do we do with the inside of the shoe? We leave it empty. How does that make sense? There's so much room in here. Instead of all that space going to waste, I want you to use it. Stuff your socks in there. You can put underwear in there. It's a great place to store your belts that you're bringing. Whatever you have that's smaller that you're comfortable with going on the inside of your shoe, use it. Not only is it gonna allow you to store more things in there, but it also keeps the shape of your shoe so that when everything else is packed on top of it, it's not crushing your shoe and ruining the form. Save me. I mean, that's probably not gonna happen, but you never know. Might as well plan ahead. It's basically free storage that you're already bringing with you, and if you're only traveling with a carry-on, which most of us probably are these days, we want to maximize every little bit of space. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. The right way to pack a suit. Now, obviously, if you're going on a shorter trip and you're using something like the Garment duffel, you can just lay it down flat and it'll be just fine. However, if you are traveling with a suitcase, there is a proper way to fold a suit. For your pants, you should please already be doing this already, but definitely fold them along the crease in the front as you always would. Then take the bottom, fold it up to about the mid-thigh, then fold the top down over that. It's gonna give you this nice little tri-fold that you just lay right into the bag. The pants obviously are also very easy to iron. The jacket is where it gets a little bit tougher and you wanna be more intentional. So you take your jacket, you're gonna push one of the shoulders inside out like this, It's gonna flip the lapel over as well. Then you take the other shoulder, put your hand inside that shoulder and just basically tuck it into the reversed shoulder on the other side. So the jacket's kind of inside out here. Just sort of flatten it out into a long line like that. Then just fold it in half. Very gently and easily. Again, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be folded over in half. And that's gonna be an easy little thing for you to lay on top of everything else. I would recommend packing everything else and then your suit on top of that, so the suit's kind of right in the middle, as opposed to putting the suit down first and have everything else packing on top of it, because that's just going to increase the chance of wrinkles. Also, right away when you get there, just make sure your room has a nice hanger in it or ask for one at the front desk. Take it all out, hang it up, put it in the bathroom, and then simply just from the steam of you taking showers, it's going to sort of naturally release most, if not all, of the wrinkles. You're gonna be looking so good. Ooh! Don't forget your hard-sided sunglass case. You might have seen me wearing a couple different pairs of sunglasses when I showed the versatile pieces earlier, but guess what? The sunglass case isn't even for these. You should also bring one for these, but let me explain. What you're actually gonna use the sunglass case for are rings, an extra watch, cufflinks perhaps if it's a fancy wedding. This way, not only are you keeping all of your valuable things protected, but it's also an easy little thing for you to just lay on the dresser once you get there and have easy access to all of your accessories, as opposed to having to dig around in your toiletry kit or try to find them amongst all your stuff, or losing something in your carry-on backpack or whatever. I'm trying to save you here. You're welcome. Just because you're using versatile items and you're going to be in a different place does not mean you should abandon your accessories. You want to be able to mix and match different stuff for different occasions, or just kind of make yourself feel a little bit cooler when your wardrobe is a little bit more limited. Roll some and fold some. I've seen a lot of conflicting opinions out there on whether you should be rolling or folding your clothes to maximize space when you're packing. I think you should be doing a hybrid of both. Folding, rolling. You get it. Softer items like t-shirts, underpants, if you're gonna bring workout gear because you swore you're gonna work out but it never ends up actually happening, these are what I roll. They take up less space, they fit nicely into packing cubes if you wanna go that route, or you can just pack them easily into your bag as we have here. Whereas things that have a bit more structure to them, like button-down shirts, wonderfully stylish trousers, suits, as we've discussed already. Rolling everything seems proficient and nice, but I find it kind of creates more problems than it solves. Do the hybrid, do the rolling. Keep a permanent toiletry bag. You know what I used to find super annoying? Hunting down travel-sized everything and rebuilding my toiletry bag every single time I traveled. Never again. So what I did was I got myself a travel toothbrush, an extra deodorant, cotton swabs, a 2-ounce face wash, hair product, travel-sized toothpaste, a comb, and a travel-sized bottle of cologne. I'm realizing I need to re-up on my face lotion. So, every single time I travel, I just grab this and I know that I have what I need, except for the face lotion. When it starts to get low, I refill it. That way I know I don't have to worry about it. I'm not running around the house 10 minutes before I leave trying to have some mental checklist of all the things that I need to add to it. It just exists. I just take it and I put it in my bag. Kind of like that. Pack a first 12 hours kit. This last tip is something I started doing a bit more recently. It's because I take a lot of red-eye flights back to the East Coast. If I go home to Cincinnati or to New York or whatever, I think about what I'm gonna need for the first 12 hours of my trip. Oftentimes that's a clean t-shirt, a little snack like a protein bar so I'm not a whiny baby, a quick facial and hand wipe, a separate toothbrush that doesn't require me to open my suitcase, a phone charger, one of my pair of sunglasses in a soft pouch. Now this is either gonna go with me in my backpack or my personal item, or right on the very top of my suitcase, so if I roll in at 5 in the morning, I can unzip it and this is just sitting right there for me to grab. I don't have to go digging through everything. It's not a pain. Oh, honorable mention, something I realized I almost forgot, is a bag for your dirty clothes, especially if you're gonna be getting sweaty or dirty or whatever. Having a little waterproof something to toss them into to be able to keep them separate from everything else, because sometimes things get dirty, sometimes they don't. I don't know. Seems to make sense to me. Undoubtedly, there are some things that you've come across or come up with in your packing experience that have made your life easier. Comment those down below. I want to learn some new things because this process has become a lot easier for me, but it could always be easier. I've been mulling it over and I still can't come up with the right name for the group of you guys who watched through the whole video, but I do appreciate you. Right now, I think we'll still call you the real ones. So if you've stuck around this far, you're one of the real ones, I want you to comment popsicle. That's a good one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what else you want to see. I really appreciate it. Please remember to stay curious. Now, let's go make a thumbnail. Now oh geez, you can't even see me. Now, admittedly, this one's gonna be kind of weird, but I'm kind of okay with that. Gotta get people's attention these days, you know? I'm like, down here, and up here, it's like, have you tried this? Is he trying to fit himself in his suitcase? I don't know, I'm just trying to drive curiosity, you know? People are gonna be like, this guy's weird, but I certainly wanna see what he's doing. Disclaimer, this could very well end up not being used. I don't know. We'll see.